Hello, hello. We are the Half-Rest Heroes, and welcome to the seventh episode of Auram. The date is 28th Selene 8023 post-divergence. But without further ado, let's get into the recap. Last time on our journey through Auram, the party traveled from Ardenhold to Greywall by way of the Sonoric River. But before the Johnson administration departed, Hallier spent some time with Stell, a resident artist that she'd met the day earlier. While the two talked shop, Stell revealed that she had a niche materials supplier for her works, who ended up being the ever enigmatic Hoyd. Hallier traveled to the bard's shop and traded him the empty sphere she had from Riverfall in exchange for his services. After striking this deal, Hallier and Stell left to take a walk around Cadence, and failed to notice a newly light-filled sphere in Hoyd's grasp as they left. But what was once a calm day took a sudden shift when Hallier laid their eyes upon a blindfolded figure. Suddenly, horrific imagery of a man and woman being butchered by the people in similar clothing surfaced from the depths of Hallier's mind. But while Hallier fled from the fearful affair, Imperious trudged slowly towards her own fearful event. Beckoned to a temple of kindred, the blood hunter spoke with the gods of death, who were quite unpleased with recent events. They mandated that if Imperious did not restore their memories or vanquish 100 undead within a month, that she would no longer walk amongst the living. And so, as the party journeys forward, some of you carrying a feeling of dread with each step. For though the Johnson administration does not know exactly what the future holds, perhaps that in itself is a kindness. But we specifically pick up with you going into, not into Greywall, but you now glimpse the visage of it. Its high, incredibly high wall, which goes miles and miles across, is ridiculous to behold. And the city of Greywall builds up to it like a terrace. For a comparison, think of Machu Picchu. I'm going to post an image in the chat.
Of Machu Picchu?
I think it's actually somewhere near it. This is the kind of scenery with how the city is built up to the wall like a staircase.
Oh yeah, literally Machu Picchu.
Yeah. Just in case you guys can visualize that. But I assume you all go up to the gates of Greywall.
I would assume that we do that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Heading up to the gate. You guys just have your horses with you, yeah? You don't have a carriage.
I don't think we have horses.
You don't have horses. You're just walking. Right. Okay.
We
we sailed here. So.
Right. We just assume that Lucille is back with in Bricklestuck, right?
I think I think he's probably with, or she, my bad, is probably with Toast Man, Jam.
Toast Man.
Hey, man.
Jam Man.
That one, yeah.
Man.
The Jam Man.
So,
Second
you walk up. You walk up to the gates, and you see at the wall. There's a long line of people getting in. From just over the wall, you can see that there's a lot of people in very rugged clothing as well. A lot of people being turned away. But
Can I send Fallon up towards the front of the line and see if I can listen in?
So, yeah, make a perception check with Fallon.
Never put my dice away, so I still have them here.
22.
You hear some people going, do you think they're gonna let us in? I mean, with recent attacks, I don't think so. It's like, you have to try anyways. I mean, we do have this record of employment, so they should recognize the company name and let us in.
Can I try and hear what the guards are saying? When they're like turning people in or letting them in. Or turning people away or letting them in.
You hear kind of the guard saying, so where do you hail from? And it's like, Ajari, wait, sit. And immediately just like, sorry, places south of the wall we're not letting in. Just like, but I came from north of the wall. What are you talking about? You think I just jumped over? It's like, sorry, sir. That's the rules. I just followed. And then you wait, and maybe a little bit longer, someone from Valdrin is let in pretty easily. They ask to see some sort of proof of it, and they're just like, well, what are you talking about? We don't require any of that. It's like, do you have any proof you're from Valdrin? I can't take you in otherwise. No, I don't. Sorry, sir. Come back when you have a document to show me. They do let in Therians. The Therians do get a once over. They look to be referring back to someone who seems to have just like walking back and forth between just saying like, yep, they are, and then letting them in afterwards. But I think,
are you still considered Therian?
Yeah.
That didn't sound like the most confident response I've ever heard.
Well, things happen.
Hey.
so is there anything you'd like to do before you get there in line?
No, I mean, I think Randy's just gonna try and listen in as much as he can to just get some sort of read on what would be bad. Mostly like what would specifically be bad to say. Like what do they hear, and then just not even listen anymore. They just turn people away from it.
It seems like whenever they're mentioning any place that belongs on this side of the continent but below the wall, they're completely turning them away. You hear
which side of the continent below the wall?
Are you looking at the owlbear? Yeah, on the right half.
Okay.
Anyone from here? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is Yutaka?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bolton is, Yutaka's not.
Matt, do you know if Bolton has any proof of his Xanthinian lineage?
I'd say he wouldn't, specifically because to get to Ortonville, he would have to pass through Valdrin, and so he wouldn't want to have that on him.
You guys, no.
I will say, for those of you, Helmir. Oh wait, Helmir's in here. Goddamn.
Got, got his ass.
Wow, you
Go
really
back.
just threw me for a loop. Joe, you definitely have something from Eleanor, but that doesn't help you in this situation.
I was gonna say this seems like it's not gonna be helpful.
hmm it seems from just a straight profiling. Also, they seem to, the people kind of in a lot more. Actually, no, that they wouldn't do that. But you also overhear some guards talking about just like it. It's like, well, better to be stationed here than on the other side. It's a lot tougher to watch. It's just like, well, yeah, counselor. The counselor said that we're not letting any more refugees in. It's just like, can't take that risk. But yeah, as you get up to the line, it's just like, all right. Looks at all of you. It's like, down the line, which I'm just gonna say down the Discord. Down the line, where do you hail from? And if you're all acquainted on similar business, then one of you speak to as what that is.
Yes, we're coming from Ardenhold.
Okay. Where are you from?
Oh, we're all from various walks of life. I believe we all met in what was it? We all met in Stormhelm.
Ah. Make a persuasion check.
$16.
16. All right, then what's your business here?
We're on a job. Remind me, what exactly are we? We're here to figure out what the refugee problem is, right?
Yeah.
We're here to provide aid and relief to the city for their current refugee crisis.
Mm-hmm. Very well. Looks at how long the line is and is just like, let him through.
Nice.
So, getting to this place, as opposed to Stormhelm, which has a very clear-cut, like, first layer, second layer, third layer, all of Greywall is just this, just countless buildings sprouting up left and right as it goes up these steps. You see actually a number of large terraces that are open, more going further up, that seem to be a lot of soldiers, mercenaries, whatever, training. There's a lot of very quiet yelling from what sound like drill instructors. But more noticeable at the bottom is what looks to be a ton of refugees. And though it's cordoned off and us separate from the rest of the city, within it is just this mess of tents, huts, makeshift shacks. You see that there's a number of guards that are going through, talking to some of the people, just others keeping watch, providing food. but it's you can tell from the amount of people this is not in this space. It's not meant to hold this amount of people.
Is the wall like a straight wall, or is it like the city is built on top of the wall, or is it like
It goes up to the wall. It's
okay? So this.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the city. It's like a big wall. So where did we cross through? Did we go through the wall, or did we just go through a checkpoint?
A checkpoint of the inner wall, which is much less impressive than the large one. The large one is at the back of the city.
Okay, and then the city is like built up against the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, the city does not encompass the entirety of the wall. It's up to it buds up against it, and the wall continues on both sides.
Okay. As far as we can see?
Yes. Because it goes from mountain to mountain.
See. Interesting.
Within, there's heading up towards it. There's a number of merchants, kind of. There's some of them putting out their stock. It's roughly. Did I establish what time of day it was when you got here? Was it morning?
I believe it's either the very end of the day or the very beginning of the day, I believe.
I feel like it was the very beginning of the day. Maybe like 2 hours into travel.
Right.
So yeah, we'll treat it like that then. Yeah, people are opening up, and I want someone who's at the head of the group. Marching order is standard.
Marching order. Yeah.
Well, Helmir's not here. Randy.
Okay.
Or no.
I think it would be Karak.
Karok.
Yeah,
My bad. I was looking at passive perceptions. All right, Karok, make an insight check.
Insight check? Oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, 21.
21. You notice that though everyone here is seems rather amicable with one another, there's kind of a look from everyone just of unsureness and fear towards one another, especially towards the refugees.
Is it obvious who's a refugee?
Fairly.
Okay.
There's some refugees that kind of have decent clothing on, but they're pretty few and far between. And it even seems like some of the guards are just like, or no, they're not. They wouldn't stop it. The guards' presence throughout the lower section of the city is very palpable. It definitely thins out considerably as you go up. And they're still like very far up on the wall. There's like a ton of guards on that side, but like as you get further into the city, it doesn't seem to be that monitored.
Does it seem like further into the city is more wealthy or more slummy?
More wealthy, definitely. Though it's less of a this is where the unfortunates live anymore. This is where the citizens live.
You mean the lower part of the city is like that?
Yeah, the lower part of the city is more where just this. Yeah, it's because very outmost is refugees, and you notice that there's some people. You notice an argument taking place, at one of the stalls. It's just like, what do you mean? I saw you sell something to that man two minutes ago. It's like, sorry, we're out of stock, sir. It's like, bullshit. And it seems to be the person who's arguing is has looks to be ragged clothing, maybe a refugee.
Can somebody in the group or just the DM remind me what exactly our specific charges here? I forget.
It is to deal with the cultist problem deal with the cultist problem that is making all the refugees, well, refugees.
And we believe that that is coming from the south of the wall, and they're like destroying towns, correct?
Yes. And each time they destroy a town, it's closer to the wall.
Okay. Right. Oh, and there's somebody is writing something or other on something about days counting down.
It's a glyph counting down.
Okay. Right. So we want to pass through. Correct.
But yeah, walking up through the city, there is a job board as well, and it's normal things, just like, hey, a citizen to help with handouts, someone else to maybe help with the guard watch. There's a bunch of other things, but at the end of every single job, it says, Therian citizens only, please.
What are they paying?
It's really small. It's like think of the contracts you took back in Gloamvale. It's like 400, 500. Like not a person, but all together.
Okay, I mean it's still pretty decent for a
Mm-hmm.
normal gig.
Yeah. Okay. But
is there an obvious way to go pass through to the wall?
I'm guessing no, not from the looks of it. There's.
Okay.
I will say though. Hold on a second. Just let me do something. And at this point, I'm guessing you walked through kind of the first bit of crowd to go look at the job board.
I guess I asked how much was on it, so I presumably would have done that, yeah.
As you're walking through the crowd, Randy, and you actually get close enough to kind of squint and see the job board, you feel a hand go into your pocket.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, make an attack roll, yeah. Oh, with well, I guess it would have to be a attack roll with.
I'll go ahead and make an attack roll with an unarmed strike, and I'm also going to have Fallon make a perception check to see if he can spot who's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fallon's perception check is 13.
13. Okay.
My attack roll is only 12.
12. You aren't able to snatch his hand as so trying to see. Would you keep your coin purse in your pockets?
I definitely would keep some coin in my pockets. I mean, I have an extra dimensional space. So I presumably would keep a not insignificant sum there, but I would say I'd probably keep at least 100 gold pieces on my person.
All right. You feel some coin leave your pocket, and someone immediately darts.
Oh, I do have inspiration. Hold on. It's not better.
Okay. Yeah. You feel some weight of your pocket lift up as the figure you whip around, and Fallon can't see through the dense crowd who was the person, but you. Yeah, no, you can't figure out what just happened.
Do I feel what direction that they went in?
Let's say make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Uh, 18.
18. You see that was roughly to your left.
Okay, I'm gonna turn into an owl, and I'm gonna see if I can spot them. I'm gonna fly in that direction and see if I can spot somebody running.
Alrighty
This
then.
guy.
So, yeah, the rest of you see as Randy whips around, look frantically, and then turn into an owl. Some of the crowd is just like, ah, a demon.
You know, fair enough.
As the guards kind of perk up at this situation a little bit, and one of the guards said, one of the guards that was like talking to someone is just like, hold on a second, and starts running into the direction you are flying in. What's the rest of you doing?
Is it daytime, Matt, you said?
Yes.
Okay, actually I'm gonna turn into an eagle then.
Okay.
But it'll look like an owl. I'm using the eagle stat block, but
Oh.
I'm an owl still.
That's not how that works.
All right, bye, I guess.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
I'll leave Fallon with Hallie.
Speak to us, Fallon. What happened?
Speak to us.
Ooh.
Speak to us, boy. Did Timmy fall in the well?
Did Randy fall in the well? Yeah. So yeah, as you're flying over Randy, let's do one last perception check, or bullshit check.
I'm using perception. That's why I turned into an eagle.
There you go. That's fair.
That would be a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Oh, good. Wow.
All right.
Bird moment.
Bird moment.
Certified bow moment. Bird moment.
Bird up.
And by the way, my second roll, because I have advantage because I'm an eagle, it was a 19. So.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Alrighty then. So yeah, you see what looks to be like this scrappy like kid with maybe they're like a preteen from what you can tell. Kind of duck into the space between like two buildings.
Mm-hmm. I'll
And,
go ahead and follow him.
yeah. They seem to have, short black hair. Kind of all of a big mess. As you follow in Fallon. You see this kid kind of. Oh, nice birdie.
I'll teleport, or I'll fly in and I'll land right behind him and switch back into my human form, or my elf form.
Human confirmed.
And I'll put my hand on his shoulder. It's a kid.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah. It looks to actually be a girl, yeah.
Okay,
And
for her.
and it's a Actually, it's a. It looks to be a moon elf, half elf.
Mm.
Can't believe Randy touches children.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I'm sorry. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stay still. Can I reach into my pocket and see how much gold they took?
Probably got like 25 gold.
I presume you are a refugee?
Make a charisma check.
Oh, charisma check. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I still did. 15.
Okay. Also, are you looking to be intimidating or persuasive in this moment? Just to.
I am
trying to
speaking
calm her
as I sound like a disappointed father.
Okay.
The worst.
Oof.
Yeah. Yes.
You would be wise to consider whom you are stealing from.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry. Please don't eat me.
I'm not a druid. If you're not careful, you'll steal with somebody with a similar amount of power and much less compassion. And one might not be as willing to spare your life.
Thank you, sir. Sorry. I'm sorry. Here's your gold back. Gives you back 22 gold.
You're not very good at this game, you know.
Tosses you 10 more.
I'll take a little pouch of diamond dust out of my pocket. That is worth 25 gold pieces. I'll place that in her hand, and I will give her 25 gold as well.
It's about now that kind of a crowd. Or, yeah, you weren't being stealthy about it. It's about this.
I mean, I thought you said she dipped into an alley in between buildings.
Yes, but an eagle flew into it, so some people
I
looked over.
suppose. Okay.
And so there's just some people talking, just like some people pointing to the alleyway.
Well, I'll give her the 25 gold back and the pouch of diamond dust.
The 25 gold or the 32 gold?
That's a good question. I'll give her the 32 gold back, yeah. Fine.
Okay.
You need this more than I do. But there should be plenty to keep you sustained for a while. Do not go putting yourself in danger for trifles such as this.
Okay. You notice that a number of other people who are looking in kind of
I'll
their
slap her
eye-
on the back and cast invisibility.
Yeah.
Find yourself safely somewhere where people can't find you.
they see some extra magic and they're like, oh, fuck that. And just kind of okay. Yeah.
Also, I also like how Randy just basically told this kid and made her believe that druids eat people.
Oh yeah.
Good. All right. And then I will find my way back to the group and put all of my coin into my extra dimensional space now.
Yeah. As you're walking back, oh well, actually, as you walk out of the alley, you see a couple of guards out of breath, kind of. Sir, hi.
Hello.
See where that kid went?
Technically, no.
Frankly, no, I did not actually see where the child went.
Uh, so, um, were you that polymorphed bird, sir?
Not quite polymorph, but yes, that was me.
All right. Are you in? Are you all right? You know, this kind of stuff happens fairly often now.
Yes, I understand and I appreciate that you sought fit to investigate, but I can handle myself, but I appreciate it.
Okay. Is there anything else we can help you with? A guide. You look like you're new to the city.
Yes, actually, I'm looking to pass through. Is there a way to get south of the wall?
Um, you want
Besides flying over.
you want to go south.
Yes, me and my group are here to aid and bait the refugee situation.
One of the younger guards behind us, like, hey, why don't we tell him about the? I mean, we can't just. Well, he says he's here to help. We don't want to bother him. He just was. Someone just tried to pickpocket the man. Let him have some space.
If you have information that could assist in our aiding and abating, that would be helpful and not burdensome.
Well, there's been some incidents in town. A number of houses, places have been burning down as of late. Attacks, as you will. Very, very public. We're trying to investigate them, but we don't have the manpower to both, keep everyone in line, monitor the other side of the wall. And heck, yeah, right now, half of our personnel are new trainees, and that's not great. He kind of, the younger guard just kind of winces a bit, kind of like...
If it's possible to look into that situation, I would be, and I'm sure my group would be more than happy to have that be the starting point of our investigation. I'm not sure how we could go about doing that. Is there information that you could give us? Should we speak to somebody else in your ranks who might know?
You'll probably have to head up about 15 minutes to City Hall. They can help you there. You're not Therian, right?
Myself, I am not, but one of our members is.
Okay, good. That should help. Yeah, we're.
Tell them a member of the guard sent me. Is there a name I can give?
Ah, yes. My name is Trent.
Right. Well, thank you for your concern, Trent, and the information. I will start there.
All right. Have a good day and watch your pockets.
I already got that. Yes, thank you. I'll make my way back to the group.
All right. Make my way. All right. The rest of you, I think, do you just kind of stay there while Randy's doing this? Randy just flew off.
I feel like if we go look for him, then he's gonna get lost because,
I mean, I did leave Fallon with you guys.
That is true. Who's
Hunter.
Oh.
Okay.
But we can also stay still if we really wanted to. It's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna take that long anyway.
All right.
Cool.
And Randy finds his way back.
I'll Fallon play patty cake with Hallier.
Nice.
So wings.
Everybody, you should
Tyler's not very good at it.
put your coin in the bag of holding or in my necklace.
Alright.
All right, sounds good.
And also, I got to lead. Should go to City Hall and ask about buildings being set on fire.
Alright then.
French from the city guard sent us, and also, it's important to mention that Imperius is Therian.
Interesting.
You should maybe do the talking.
Okay. Noted.
All right. So I take it, unless anyone wants to do anything else, that you head straight there.
Yep, to City Hall we go.
Sounds good.
Me.
All right. So you head inside, and
I'll cast telepathic bond on us. That
all
way,
right.
If Imperius needs to ask me anything, she can without worrying about that.
All right. So heading in, this whole place is, and you see a lot of people milling in back and forth.
Hold on. Imperius, I just need to check. Is your intelligence score greater than 2?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Just want to make sure. That's all.
All right. As,
Intelligence score, not modifier. Understood.
Yes.
enter in, and this whole place is milling with personnel. There's a lot of people with different colored insignias based on rank. Even there's certain people that wearing plain clothes with kind of just a patch just affixed to it, just lazing about. It's just like, and it's just like, if you're going to be here for your hours, you might as well do something. I am doing something. I'm guarding City Hall. It's just like, yeah, we'll at least look professional while doing it. If you have time to lean, maybe you have time to clean this place.
Oh, I hate you.
This fuckery.
It's just like, oh, so we do jokes now. It's just like, yeah. I mean, I'm talking to a clown, aren't I? Yeah. All right. It's just like, I'm sorry. Oh, hello. Sorry. Don't mind him. Can I help you? It's this elven clerk, sun elf, hair tied back into a bun, glasses.
So we're here about people setting
This is
buildings
very
on fire?
Yeah. Trent sent us.
Yeah, Trenton. So
Okay. I'm guessing you're here about maybe helping in aiding the investigative process. Obviously, very inquisitive, intelligent individuals in this place are hard to come by. She raises her voice. And he just blows a raspberry at her. But nonetheless, can you tell something about you? We'd want to make sure that whoever's doing this is qualified. Where do you hail from? Do you have any experience?
well, I am Therian, and I'll show her my guild card from the wild cards. I feel like this would be a reasonable showing of where I'm from.
Hold on, let me just. She taps. She taps on this device she pulls out, and an illusion sprouts up, and then she like takes her hand and scrolls up the illusion. It's Oaken Arsenal, Knights of Ghidorah, Murder Hobos. That's the wild cards. Okay, yeah. Let me just see. You are which member?
Which member?
What's your name?
Oh. I am Imperious.
All right. Yes, that's there. There you are. Okay, very well. Let's see.
Randy is furiously writing down this system of keeping track of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps. We actually, as a notice, you scrolling this down, it's like, yeah, it really helps that we brought in some tech over from Bricklestuck when previously we had it all on analog, and that was, let's just say, copying that over to this was spiritually taxing.
As soon as I hear her say something about bringing over from Bricklestock, I see you scratch something out, write something else down, like,
Mhm.
oh, it's from Bricklestock.
Yeah. Oh, yes, okay. It says under here, okay, that the wild cards are pretty deft in kind of hunting down beasts, and foraging and procuring other supplies. I see that. I'm guessing the rest of you are there, so it's like I see you have some other people. Are they from the wild cards as well?
No, but we have the same mission.
Okay. Is there a group I can try to look up here?
We're the Johnson administration.
We gonna be in the compendium?
I'll say if we're in this fucking system,
Are we? Yeah, honestly, yeah. Wait, hold up. Are we in the
And,
compendium?
She scrolls through and takes no. Oh, the Grand Tournament, Valdrin. I see you have that on file for the Johnson administration.
we're actually in the fucking system.
Nice.
We're in the
We're winning a
system,
tournament.
boys.
And Storm Up, that's good.
Okay. Not much on Inquisitive, but I think.
What's the job we took? What's the magic organization?
Oh, are you talking about the starter guild?
Yeah.
The curators?
No, not this. What?
The
The
curators?
Arsenal?
Sorry, do you mean that?
The curators. Yeah, the curators. Yeah, the one we did in Riverfell.
Um,
I was just gonna say we've taken a job from the curators, right? I believe that's who it is.
um,
In Riverfell, and succeeded rather quickly in searching out mystery that they were intending to solve.
okay. It's not quite in the system, but I'll take your word for it. Okay. In that case, let's see if we can get you briefed. Follow me over to this room. And she pulls out some extra chairs for you all at a table in an office. It's like, all right. She sits down. So, we've been having a number of attacks sporadically placed out between last week was when the last week was when the library got burned down, or well, we were able to actually we were actually able to put out the flames
Oh.
for the rest of the library. I'm afraid that that a good quarter of it would already succumb to the flame.
Heathens! I will
But
find these people and I will put them to justice.
yes. In addition, this is a mission that does involve homicide, of course. All of the people from the first incident. First incident was a wedding. A wedding that took place in the Temple of Law. No survivors on that one. And unfortunately, we weren't able to punch the flames in time to save anyone, or get any evidence on specific cause of death beyond perhaps burning, but who knows. Let's see. Oh, there was also runes placed on there, but to do more thorough investigation, it seemed that everyone within specific sections. It's very strange though with the library one. From the section that was burned, there was 3 survivors. I think you can probably go interrogate them. We have them here under protection. They don't feel safe going beyond City Hall as it stands. And then the third one. All right. That was in third one was in Sunstone Square. Similar casualties, all but 3 people. There seemed to be, from what we could tell from the site, there was a trail of numbers in Sylvan, going from 3 to 0. Is there any other questions? We kind of had to do a rush job of this since a lot of the citizens were up in arms and we had to make sure to calm everyone and take care.
Just give me 1 second. I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
All right.
Y'all can ask questions if you want.
I don't think I have any questions.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, and Sunstone Square is specifically where. Yeah, Sunstone Square is specifically where followers of Palor like to have their cultural events, and so they invite a number of musicians. Yeah, a number of musicians, a dancer, a bard, and of course, people from other sects of the religion, even across different religions as well. This actually did happen on the date of one of their performances or one of their times of merriment. It's not enough of an occasion that it would warrant a holiday, but it's just something they do weekly.
So remind me, how many places in total have been attacked?
3. There's the library. There's a Temple of Law where a wedding was held, and then there was Sunstone Square.
Okay.
All of them.
Which one had no survivors?
That one was the wedding.
Oof, that's rough. Okay. And where was the Sylvan written?
The Sylvan was. We found Sylvan glyphs going down from 3 in both the library and the Sunstone Square.
And when you say going down from 3, do you mean the numbers 1, 2, and 3 were all written in various places?
Yes.
Okay.
We did interrogate someone, and that there was some graffiti that was showing up, but it was not taken seriously. Clearly.
Were the flames naturally colored?
In the report, it would seem so.
No note of any like differently colored flames.
The library had different colored flames, but we're not sure whether that is because of ink being burned in the process.
That would make sense. Yeah. Well, I suppose how recent were these things?
The wedding was 2 months ago. The Sunstone Square, I believe, was about 2 weeks ago, and then of course you have the library was a week ago. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why guards are quite vigilant now. We're expecting another.
And are these places still in the condition that they were when they were burned down, or have they been cleaned up?
The temple hasn't been cleaned. The library has, but you can still go in there and take a look. Sunstone Square is cordoned off.
Well, I suppose our options are go see the places ourselves or go question the survivors. I don't know. What do y'all want to do?
See them first, and then question later.
I will say, we did keep the wedding down under the wraps a bit. If you can, try not to make too much noise of it. It seems like people are starting to make their own assumptions already.
Yeah,
We'll try and be subtle, I suppose.
I think going to check the places out first, and then afterwards going to ask would be better.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe that'll help us know a little bit more to expect.
All right, so we do have them in City Hall currently. Not the ones from. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the ones from Sunstone Square. Because that was a little bit more of a open public event. It seems like they fled the scene and are unwilling to come in for questioning when we post.
When you say they fled the scene, you mean the victims fled the scene?
The victims fled the scene. We saw that there were 3 of them when we got there. We do have a profile on them, but we haven't been able to find them yet. So we have people on the lookout, but you know how it is right now.
All right, well, y'all are ready to go check out. So you said we can check out 2 of the scenes?
You can check out all of them.
Oh, okay.
It's just the idea that the library might not be in the same state as it was during the crime scene.
Right, and you want us to keep shush a little bit on the church.
Yes.
Okay. Or the wedding venue, which I presume was a church.
Yes.
Did you say why it's a little hush hush wedding?
So far, there's already a rumor mill about all the refugees that are currently in the city are from before the restrictions were put up. And so a lot of people are acting like all of the people taking sanctuary in the city are to blame for this, and that they've brought the destruction with them. As you might know, that there's been incidents similar to this south of the wall.
Yes.
Going as far as Imea, even. Imea is here.
Are you marking it on? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's far. All right, well, what's the closest location, I suppose?
I suppose there is the... Well, I mean, if you're talking about investigating locations instead of the
Yes.
victims,
Yes.
the library would be the closest, yes.
All right, do we want to head there first?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so you head to the library. Some people are still milling about. You see even the some of the scorch marks in part of the section that's kind of completely covered it. They've done their best to clean it out, and there's some people like hanging around there, almost to kind of like gawk at it.
Yeah.
And so you look around, and it's like there's a dwarf sitting at the desk. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, I guess before we left, I would have asked, what should we tell the people at the scene to let us investigate?
They do give you
Okay.
basically a temp badge to flash. They'll just give one to Randy.
They would probably give it to Imperius if she's the Therian.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
You're right.
Too late.
Too late, good fuck.
But yeah, you look
But-
around, and they're just, can I help you with something?
You're at
Watch out.
official business.
Oh, official business, eh? All right,
Flash's
hold on.
badge.
Well, gets up and takes out a broom and goes over, and it's just like, there's some people even sitting down at the desk that has been like freshly put up in the burned out section. It's like, All right, you gotta leave right now. I'm sorry. It's maintenance. In fact, all of you out of here. And some people are just like, "What? This is a public library," and he starts like poking them with the end of the broom. And they're just like, it's like, "Come on."
You get.
Get out of here, get.
You.
Come on here, Hunter. You don't want me to get your mom in this business, hmm? And then he's like, oh, Jesus, okay. Can I come back later? You can come back when I go over and tell you to come back. I'll flip the open sign back on. Sorry, that one gets very passionate about his studies.
It's okay. That's good. I'm proud of him.
And the library is free for you guys to peruse. Is there anything you guys are specifically looking for, or are you guys just surveying the scene?
I guess any signs of Sylvan, definitely. I would say my thing is on my radar. Any signs of Sylvan, anything that might, any like magical residues, or like powders, something like that, or liquids that are on the scene that might have been missed. Anything like that. Any items that look out of place.
All right. Two of you make an investigation check or a bullshit check.
I can make an investigation check.
I'll give advantage at that for both of us.
All right. Well, it's a damn good.
I'm also
Did
going
you give me
to
an
cast
advantage?
Detect Magic.
All right.
25.
25. Very nice.
21.
Wow, guys. Very nice.
Advantage, man. And if the advantage wasn't there, it would natural 2 for me.
You look around and you're like, okay, what is this? You lean down, Imperious, and you see what looks like powder. It doesn't look like gunpowder or anything like that. Or actually, hold on, let me look up something. It might not actually be.
What does gunpowder look like?
It doesn't look like powder. It is gunpowder.
No, what you find are these little charred sticks, and you're like, what is that? You take a good look at it, and it's just like a very small scent wafts up to you, and you bring it closer. It smells rather muted in a way. It's a kind of sweet smelling. It's incense. As you continue on, you put up Detect Magic. Make a perception check.
Perception?
With advantage.
Uh, 26.
You look around with Detect Magic and you're like, oh, nothing weird here. And then you think And then you're like, wait a second. Everything is tinted slightly. There's like a distortion in the air.
Hmm.
And you're like, the heck? And so you think to yourself, what does the weave look like?
I saw it with the glasses.
Oh, you saw it with the glasses? Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
mean, like, I've seen the weave before, basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. You do have the glasses.
But we do also have the glasses. So if I think that, I will take the glasses out.
And you put them on. You see the weave is almost kind of like gives a certain pattern in it that it's almost like knotted up in a deliberate way. It looks almost like it's almost like someone made almost like tied their shoes in the weave. It's almost, and it's like a playful kind of knot. It's really kind of creepy because it's almost like someone's left a little Easter egg for someone to find. You almost take a look at it and you're like, and kind of you see words in Sylvan. Do you know Sylvan? They've tied up the weave in a way that it looks like Sylvan characters.
Yes, I read Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sylvan.
God of idiocy.
Oh. Written in Sylvan, huh?
Yes.
Says God of idiocy.
Yes.
The wedding was in the Temple of Justice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I have theory, but we need to check out the other locations in order to see. Does anybody else want to look around for anything specific here?
Weird.
No.
They were like, does burning incense help people study? I thought burning stuff in a library wouldn't be the greatest here, because I did find some incense.
It certainly would not be the greatest here. Does the incense give off any sort of weave or magic?
No, just seems like regular incense.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that it's just whoever's doing this is clearly some sort of whimsical being or person. So it's possible it's just a red herring, or we're getting high because why not? Or maybe they were doing a ritual of some sort that required incense. God of idiocy, I'm wondering if that's a reference to Ogma. I wonder if they're mocking Ogma with the reverse, since it's a library. I'm wondering if we'll go to the Temple of Justice and see in the weave something antithetical to justice written there, and go to Paylor's temple and see something there. And if that's the case, then don't necessarily know what that means. but at least it gives us some insight as to who's doing this, or what kind of person or thing. I guess we should look out for incense as well when we go to those other places. Hold on to that, Marius.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm just itching to go check out the other locations at this point.
Alrighty. So which place do you go to next?
I guess the temple, the church place, the wedding, wherever the wedding was.
Alright, you head over there. Doesn't,
I presume it takes us less than an hour to get there.
yes.
Okay. So we would still have advantage on our investigation checks, I'm curious.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so you make it over to the church. There's a number of guards standing out front. And there's a person who walks out of the church very inquisitively. And you're surprised, actually. Or wait, no. Hold on. Oh, Bolton recognizes him.
Oh.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, yes, this is how it would be. You notice, actually, walking out there is a blonde sun elf who is just like, oh, that's the guy Helmir talked to. Back in
Pharaoh?
yeah. Most peculiar.
Pharaoh in person.
I think I've seen enough. Oh. Where do I know you all from?
Apparently, you met one of our compatriots in Bricklestuck. Oh, you're the
Chairman,
what are
yes.
the chairman. Yes, you saved us from the. You're the you.
Just call me Amakir. Don't say they're referring to dragon in a metaphorical sense, riding the dragon, conquered the dragon.
Well, you made that way more awkward than it needed to be.
Yeah, women, am I right? Okay. So anyways, what are all of you doing here?
Investigating arson.
See, me too. I actually got here a day ago. So I did take a look around. I actually was around here 2 months ago at the scene of the crime. Well, I got to the scene of the crime after the guards got to the scene of crime. And because I helped out enough, they seemed okay for me to just continue my investigation, though I've been quite distracted. As you may have known from, dealings in Bricklestuck. Anyway.
Dealings.
Is there something I can help you with? I can actually give a little bit of preliminary information before I had to leave. I
think
noticed.
we would probably all appreciate that.
I noticed specifically that all of the normal entryways, there was no forced entry of any kind. This was a private event, mind you. And oh my god, I hate SoundCloud. And I couldn't ascertain cause of death, unfortunately. They seem to be too far gone. But this guard here has any other information. He was there with me. And he was just like, yeah. He wasn't really expecting anyone here. He looks to be another young guard that is kind of like stationed here as like a placeholder.
Did you happen to look at the weave at all?
Look at the weave. I can't really do that.
Really? You can metaphorically ride dragons, but you can't look at the weave.
I can look at magic. I can't look at the weave in particular. Oh,
I'm
that's
less impressed.
okay. Yes, whatever. I'm not the most learned individual, surprisingly. Looking into the weave is more something she would do, but like, whatever. Regardless, is there anything else you want to ask me? I kind of am on a time. It's kind of hard also to investigate when someone keeps, scheduling me in many locations and expecting me to just solve everything immediately.
You seem pretty salty.
I am pretty salty. Is that vernacular from here? Is that Alanorian slang?
Oh no, no. That Eleanorian slang.
All right, well, thanks, I guess.
All right.
Have fun with your chair. I mean,
Whatever. He walks over and then seemingly, like, puts a finger up to his head, like he's hearing something. Is like, yes, I'm still here. Why do you? Okay, fine. What? What? Do you need to be immortal twice or something? Is that it? Is that something you're on a mission on? Okay. Figuratively speaking, stories. Yes.
uh-huh.
Bye-bye. What do you mean immortal beings still have a sense of time? Okay. Bye. And then he leaves. He's gone.
God damn it.
All right, well.
Head in, or is there anything else you want to? Anything you want to ask of the guard? Like, can I help you? My name is Jeffrey.
Uh-huh.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I was the first one to the scene. And, yeah.
You didn't see anybody or anything leaving?
I didn't see anyone. Well, no one. No one leaving the scene. The whole place was, hell, the flames were dying down when I got back. Also, yeah, it's a little stuffy in there. Try not to stay in there too long. I tried opening a window, it still didn't help. And he just kind of... Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna go... I hate this. Okay, I'm not playing that anymore. Okay. As you look in and see the completely scorched, soot-covered pews of the church before you. The stained glass is shattered in the back. There are bodies still arrayed out here. And the stench is not as bad as you would expect. You would expect scorched bodies left out to dry are would still have a horrible decomposition. I'll be kind of sitting down right here. If you want to, take a break. It's, not a pretty sight. But, there's, it's a fairly sizable place. It's, there's a confessional. There's like a small statue of Tyr. Though the arm that holds the scale has been broken off.
Well, I think I'm immediately going to put on the glasses.
Now that you know what to look for, you see in Sylvan, tied up in the weave, is the word injustice.
Yeah.
God of injustice.
Okay.
God of injustice.
It's God of injustice. All right. Well, that's yeah. Interesting.
You can go ahead and make an investigation or bullshit check. I will say the DC for bullshit check is lower.
Okay. Well, Imperius, you do have advantage on all intelligence checks, so do with that which you will.
All right. Still, investigation would be better, so.
Yeah, I know, same.
It's just like.
Yeah.
Wow, well, one's a natural 1 and the other one's a natural 20, so.
Nice. I guess I'll go ahead and make an Arcana check. I'm gonna try and, with detect magic, with the weave classes, I want to try and see, and maybe I'll take out Grimoire Advice also and kind of ask his advice. I want to see if there's any evidence of a Sylvan creature, somebody from the Feywild. Maybe does it look like this is the creation of a Feywild? Does this have any hints of what a Feywild used to be like on the material plane? I want to see if
Did you
there's
already
any
give me
ties.
the number, or I forgot? Did you already give me the
No,
number?
JR had a natural 20,
Gotcha.
but I'm gonna do my Arcana.
Joseph's just explaining to you what he's gonna do.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Arcana 31.
Ooh. So, Grimoire Vice, let's say, this place, it feels like the archive. I hate it here. Ugh.
Feels like the archive.
There's something up. And you can probably guess it's partly because of the nuts and the weave. But there's just kind of this feeling that everything has been kind of a layer of something upon it. And you're like, wait, this feels like there's just a tad. This is what it kind of felt like in the catacombs back in Gloamvale, where the vacuous kind of took away what little sanctity of the ground there was.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like someone specifically wanted to make sure that the protection of the gods did not apply here. And it's just like strange, though. I'm trying to figure out how to properly word this. With your natural 20, Imperious.
No, okay. So make sure you realize I didn't get the natural 20, JR.
I know.
Okay.
Imperious, you notice you're finding it a little hard to breathe in here. And you're like, it almost stings a bit. Though it's not as potent, you do know that there are some dirty tricks that's horrible criminal organizations, very from horror stories from Elizabeth about, how certain people in high places like to do things. There's an inhalant poison in the air, and it has a certain stench to it you recognize in addition to the sting. You also smell the incense, almost trying to cover that smell. But
Huh.
you have a good enough nose to pick it out. Going back to Randy, you almost feel like you're in the library. You kind of look across
He
the
said it,
wall.
boys. Oh no, he said the door. Never mind. We said the door. Never mind.
And you can just imagine, with the weave glasses on, you look at a spot where the weave almost is like parted slightly. In the back, actually. Back to where maybe some of the staff would be. And you can just imagine the amount of space big enough to fit a door.
Oh jeez.
With a 31,
Yeah.
weave glasses you see another displacement. Because it goes through walls. There isn't any obstruction. You see kind of a displacement in the weave, also in the distance down away from the entire church. But it's almost like it was coming from below.
I'll leave Fallon up here, and I'll Karak, can you come? I want to check something out.
Yeah. All right.
I'll go with Kara. I'll go look for that.
All right. Is there anything else you guys are doing aside from those two?
So I figured out why they're burning incense.
Is the incense, Matt? Does Imperius feel like the incense helps to ward off the poison? Does it smell like the poison?
No, it's masking the poison.
It's to conceal it.
Okay, but it does help.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, help with what? Like just help doing stuff? Or
Like, does
investigating?
the incense help, like, not be affected by the poison?
Like,
does it help Imperius feel like it's not as painful?
Make a medicine check, Imperius.
All right.
Hasn't said anything out loud yet. Aside from just the fact that the incense had a purpose.
18.
18. You know of some incense that is used to mitigate it.
Was this the one?
I mean,
Well, I
From
mean,
what you
even
can-
just with with Imperius's like feeling, if it hurts to breathe in this air, when Imperius is smelling the incense, does it hurt less?
it hurts a tad less.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. With Imperius's natural 20 and investigation, did she find any more incense in here?
Yes, she does find incense sticks.
I would also question, is there any part of the room where my nose would hurt more to breathe?
It's kind of hard to
Pinpoint?
get that off. Pinpoint, because not only has a window been opened at this point, but it's been 2 months to dissipate.
Hmm. All right.
You can tell that clearly because this happened here, or because this happened here, and you can still tell it, that the inhalant they used must have been not too pricey, because otherwise it would have been gone by this point.
Yeah, like if they're higher quality, it would be more subtle.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking for this weave distortion.
Okay. You find, you walk a little bit, like, I don't know, like 30 feet, 40 feet out from the church. There looks to be what looks like a little graveyard. That, like, a chapel might have, along with a little mausoleum. It's the distortion's coming from in the mausoleum.
Be ready to fight, I guess.
Always.
Yeah, fair enough. That's why I brought you. And I'll go to open the mausoleum.
Inside the mausoleum, looks to be a also with the investigation from earlier, while there doesn't seem to be anything of forced entry, you notice that parts of the doors have a little bit of a fracture pattern just very lightly through. These are very solid doors, but it's almost like someone was banging on from the inside. So as you go into the mausoleum, place looks fairly spick and span. With carryover from your Arcana check, you see a wall on the side that is down a little bit of a tunnel to like some more like storage shelves for some cremated ashes. And at the end, that's where the distortion is. Make a perception check, Karok, because Randy's focusing on the distortion and anything else in the area.
That will be a, what is it? That's a 20.
20.
Yep.
You see, and actually one of the, in the back, behind some crates, it looks to be like an empty coffin. It's somewhat ajar.
I'll go up to it.
By the way, I will have, during this whole process, I will have constantly been recasting telepathic bond every hour.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll go up to a coffin.
Okay. Inside, you see actually what looks to be a cleric with stab wounds all over him. He's in rigor mortis, locked into a position where he's trying to cover his wounds. Looks to be an old man, a human.
Through the telepathic bond, I'll be like, hey, guys, come outside of a mausoleum.
Does it look like he's alive?
Is
No.
rigor mortis, though, no.
Yeah, so I thought that meant that he was dead. This is at the spot of the distortion, or just otherwise?
It's a little bit further out.
Okay.
You see, kind of searching him a little bit, he has a pouch, like a saddlebag almost. But it's empty. Someone want to do any checks on this guy? It'll be investigation.
Or I presume somebody could make a medicine check if they want.
Or a medicine check, that's true.
I mean, if you said investigation, I'll do investigation.
I mean, you do technically still have advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Make an intelligence check, Imperious.
I mean, I can
Still
work with that too.
advantage.
Still advantage. 24.
Oh. A tragic event happened here. I know what to use. That ability
Okay.
will come in handy.
The special tool that'll help me later.
Yeah.
Alright. I do the thing.
All right.
You
I
die.
forgot. Is there a specific save you have, or what's the bonus to your spell attack? Do you have anything like that? I'm trying to remember.
say.
You would normally give me a make me do a history check for this shit.
A history check. Right. Okay, do that then.
Still advantage.
Yeah, it's still advantage. If it has to do with fiends and shit, then it would be double advantage. But you know,
Just fiends?
fiends, undead, and you know, celestials and stuff like that.
Anything other planar.
Yep. Fae, fiends, undead.
Okay. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
bet.
Oh, nice. So you get advantage +2.
Let's go. 22. Yeah.
You see, and it's weird. And in other occurrences where you've tried this, it's always been trying to focus in. You feel a wall come up against it, and it's just like, huh? You try pushing on it, trying to think of yourself going through this mental wall, and it hurts as you keep going. Make a con save.
Okay. Eee. 16.
16. As you're stressing against this wall, you break through the wall, and take 1 damage.
Yo, the temp hit point.
Yo! Oh, I forgot about that. Yo!
You see now, almost like in black and white, the vision comes into focus. You see this elderly man rush in, scribe down notes, take out a brick from the wall, and hide them behind there. He looks up, and then he's dusting himself off, getting ready to go when the door opens from the other side, and 2 daggers from your direction go spiraling in and hit him right in the abdomen. He clutches at his chest as these figures with these white masks over the top half of their face walk over and just starts maniacally laughing as they just plunge the daggers in and out over again. It's fine, you'll be free soon. You'll be free. Embrace this. This is what it means to live, what it means to die. As the vision fades, take another con save.
Okay. Natural 20 for 26.
The vision is in color. You can see a lot more. You can hear as they're walking away what they're whispering. Remember, tell Auntie to do her work on this place. She should help quite a bit. You know, we can't have any of those blood hunters seeing this after all. But to meet one of them, surely their visage must be beautiful, racked with beautiful pain. Now, don't be impatient. Mother will take us there soon. We will have our reunion. Yes, we must wait for Mother to come back. And the vision fades.
Okay. I go straight for the brick that he was hiding his shit in.
It's you see actually in a place that it's and aside from the notes, the very frantic notes, it says it has two novels next to it. It seems like research. It's just like I must. The research almost seems to be like ancient history in a way too. Stuff about, you know, the creation of the Therian Confederacy, things about the Divine Gate, and how the sect here believes in the age of the divine, just before the divergence. Through the collective efforts of Palor, Ogma, and Tyr, they constructed Dawn. Wait, what is it? I have it right here. Dawn Ridge Wall. In a magnificent splendor and resistance against some unknowable enemy. It said that, and in the notes is just like, there's something in this story. They keep on, I was able to steal this from one of the other priests. I can't believe my co-workers are these insane cultists. They said that they were from another sect, and they said that they were from down south, but I didn't believe them. I thought they were just here to learn. Anyways, I was able to check this out. They seem to be obsessed with this book. What are they up to? I can tell that from the way they brag about their doings that they must be responsible for those incidents south of the border. I mean, hell, they talk about going to some monastery next. I must stop them. I can't let them know that I'm onto them. It's enough that they already follow me everywhere. This is the only time I have. And that's where the notes end. I just kind of gave you a abridged version of the history.
Okay.
So, that's what you find.
Well, it seems like I found some of his notes. And it seems like they also know about blood hunters that look into memories of people who just freshly departed. So that's also interesting.
So, I'm guessing you do this as you're all gathered. So, what are you guys doing next?
So,
Yeah, so did Randy find the thing?
I was gonna say, so is there anything at this distortion, or what does it look like? Like,
The distortion, there's nothing at the distortion.
Is it is it the same like knot shape as?
It's also a door shaped.
It's a door.
No, I'm not saying it's a door. I'm saying that the displacement is the size of a door, like what I said earlier.
Is it a door?
You feel
But
as
like
though
what does it look like? Is it like a knot like the other
it
things
is a knot.
are?
It is a knot.
Okay.
Joseph, see if it's a door.
I mean, there's no door there, I presume.
You take a look, put your hands on it. Doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
I mean, I guess I'll have detect magic. 'Cause there's nothing.
Nothing.
Oh. Okay. I presume the distortion is probably a hint of a traumatic event, maybe, which is good to know. Also, Imperious, do you think you could use your vision in the chapel?
There's a possibility I will be able to do so. This doesn't. Well, actually, it gives me a headache if it doesn't work, but it won't hurt to try, you know?
I mean, it sounds like you literally just said it would hurt to try, but I guess if you're willing to, anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess we should do that.
Okay. So you go in there, Imperious doing the same thing?
Yep.
All right, give me that.
Advantage.
Ooh. 23.
23. You do see. Once again, you meet that wall. Make a con save.
All right. Well, natural 20 for 26.
Natural 20. Nice. So instead of this staticky gray image at first, you break through the mental wall immediately. And you can see the scene before you as you see what look to be people getting ready for a wedding. And what looks to be the ceremonial garb of the clerics of Tyr. Apparently for weddings, they wear a full mask on their face.
Are the masks similar to the masks from my other vision?
The masks are remarkably similar.
Great.
They are quite different from the one in the scene. The one in the scene is almost kind of like a mimicry, a mockery of this one.
All right.
Kind of how it twists and turns. But you can actually...
Like we're having company, bring out the fancy masks kind of thing?
Yep, kind of. And you can see kind of lightly... you can see kind of one of the clerics goes to the back. Holds open a compartment in the mask and puts an incense stick in it. Distributed to others within. It seemed like all of the clerics, there's like roughly 4. Another one enters 5 clerics that all seem to be in cahoots. And
is there any difference from those clerics' attire that I could try to memorize what they look like?
Sure. No, I mean, they look like clerics of Tyr. There isn't anything different about their attire. Just that this is incredibly formal. Obviously, weddings warrant this kind of thing. And one of the quote unquote person, it looks to be a Goliath, like the shortest Goliath you've ever seen, honestly. Which is just to say that they're like the size of a regular human. Takes off his mask for a moment, looks upon the scene, and just like as he turns away, just this like wry kind of demented smile crosses his face as he covers himself up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to wed these two beautiful people. No doubt you have your vows prepared. Let us skip to the vows. In sickness and in health, pain makes us want to live. It wants us to be free of it. Thus, it makes us appreciate it more. And someone kind of gets up, is like, I just need to get some air. Walks over, the door's locked. Hey, Pontiff, can you, unlock this door for me? It's like, you're interrupting the ceremony. Aren't you ashamed? Aren't you? Aren't you suffering? Aren't you already here? Just stay a while. And the more people kind of like, no, we should leave. And throughout the scenes, people get increasingly agitated to the point some people start running towards the Pontiff. He puts up a hand, and sprouting out of his hand is this black mangled rose. As it goes over and then wraps around the people's neck and chokes them with basically inch-long thorns along each of it. See, you should have just let the ceremony play out. It would have been very beautiful. Anyways, and everyone starts frantically trying to get out by any means. People try to jump out of the window, and there seemed to be some barrier preventing them from doing so. Now, enjoy yourself. And walks down to the back, and then, Lucius, if you mind. Yeah, you're right. Mutters in this guttural language that you can't comprehend. And then suddenly, the door materializes in the space where the distortion was. Now we can use that. We can use that how many more times? Once a month, boss. I figured so. As they walk into the door and the door closes behind them. The vision ends.
So...
Also
We
make
need
another
a-
con save.
Alright. 20, not natural.
Sheesh. Okay. Oh, I mean, it's not sheesh, but you take 15 points of damage.
Oh god.
as you feel that mental wall constrict against your mind.
All right.
You hear the cackling of a woman's voice.
Okay. Well, it seems like we're looking for a cleric, and it's all right. And very small Goliath cleric. There's also people who wear clothings as if they worship Tyr, but they honestly use it for mockery.
Immediately, Allier, you think to yourself, no, not that thing, right? As your mind stretches back to 3 days ago with the figure standing in the street of Cadence.
I was just gonna stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
just use this feature. Sorry, I'm muting and muting myself over and over again. We should definitely see if you can do that back in the other two places as well. But I suppose we should go and try and check out the temple to Paylor next.
All right. No objections, I assume you guys go over. All right. So, I wish we had like an indicator, like a green or red, like I want to do more in this place. Red, I'm ready to go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm in an opinion if people don't speak, then forever hold your peace.
Yeah. All right. So you guys head over to Sunstone Square, which is less of a temple and more just kind of a place that is sponsored by the Church of Paylor. But I take it you take the novel that was in the little space behind the brick and keep it. Imperius? Randy? Whoever.
I think Imperius grabbed it.
Okay. Alright. You go over to Sunstone Square. This place is less enclosed, but because there was less like structure to deal with, it seemed like the people here actually were lit on fire directly.
Oh shit.
The corpses are still here. There's a lot more guards here because this is a public area.
I will take the glasses and put them on.
God of blindness.
Blindness.
It's It's
What did
yeah.
What did the one at the Temple of Tyr say?
Was it God of God of Injustice?
Correct.
Okay.
I forgot. But was there one at the library also?
God of idiocy.
God of
Idiocy.
Idiocy. Okay.
Looking through, you kind of see similar stuff. You know, you find the Sylvan numbers. In this case, there isn't a distortion anywhere in the weave, besides
Oh, okay.
besides the knots kind of tying everything together into the words.
Imperious. Just wanna do your vision again, I suppose.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Here we go again.
Oh, this is gonna suck. The headache
You
of
still
it I had from
advantage,
this.
it's okay.
Alright. Ooh. 21.
21. Make a con save at disadvantage.
Ah, you bitch.
Wow. Isn't too often.
12?
Okay. Okay. Take 30 points of damage.
Ah, you son- Oh my god.
You take that damage, and
That's
instead
like
of
all of Hallier's HP.
yeah, you reach that mental wall, and it almost kind of wraps around you, smothering you, constricting you. The rest of you don't see anything, but like it's almost like lines on Imperious's face, like coming out of nowhere. And you don't get any vision.
Yep,
Oh,
alright. That was not the greatest idea. That one really hurt. Couldn't see anything this time.
Huh.
And you do hear the cackling again.
Well, I think we can safely assume that. Well, I don't know. I guess this one's different because that's not a building. Maybe we should still do our investigation check.
Alright. Do some investigation.
See if anything is different or the same from the other places that we've been to.
I will say, Imperious, you're too distracted to make an investigation check.
Oh, okay, well then I won't say what I got then.
Well, I got a 24, so.
Okay, good.
So you go ahead and do that. Look around. A lot of confirmations of the same thing. You find the incense sticks. You can tell, like, yes, in this case, there isn't poison in the air, but you can tell that there is libations poured out for everyone. There's a number of cups that are empty, which your quick investigation is just like, quick sniff. Yep, that's poison.
Ah. Alright, well, clearly these were cultists. Well, I don't want to say clearly, but it seems these were cultists. Anti-gods, something about Sylvan.
I would guess some sort of hags are involved. Similar to the door, so so yeah, hags, witches, sins, obviously, but we kind of knew that already. Don't know. Imperius, you think after a nice night's rest, you could maybe come back and at least maybe try and envision the library?
It's kind of hard to
Tomorrow?
think right now, so any type of rest would feel nice. So
Yeah, maybe we'll be done for the day and then try again tomorrow.
sounds good to me.
Yeah. I don't really have any other ideas. I think I would just need to sit and think about what we've learned for a little while. Anybody else have ideas or desires to investigate anything further today?
No.
All right. Well, what time would you say it is, DM?
I'd say late
If we
afternoon.
started, okay, I was gonna say yeah. If we started kind of early in the morning, but then way to get in here and all that, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
late afternoon, cool. Okay. Try to see, hold on, pull up the good old blocking.
This would count as an adventuring day.
Okay. Yeah. That seems nice and fair. Okay. Well, I'm happy to maybe get our dime time out of the way and then
Bedtime?
maybe be done for tonight.
Are you talking like out of character?
And yeah, I mean, yes, both.
Okay. All right. So you all go through your downtime. During which Imperius has the book, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you leaf through it at all? I will say it will eat up a downtime block to do that.
After my headache subsides, then yeah.
Your headache will take till night to subside. So you'd be spending your last downtime with that if you'd be doing it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Looking through some brief history about, like I said, the construction of Grey Wall's wall, which is pretty profound considering what's 23 years have gone by and it's still holding strong. But you know, if it's the creation of a collaboration between three gods, then surely it must be good. And so some people conflate that to like, oh, they built that wall as practice for erecting the Divine Gate is a popular theory. And you're thinking to yourself, Palor, Ogma, Tyr. Yeah, that's 3 sites you went to today. So what does the story say afterwards? That after the Divine Gate was put up, a a 10-day celebration was held in honor of the success, and people said goodbye to their fellow gods. It's just like, oh. And so people sat atop the wall and conducted it there. In order of how they were honored was that first people made it a law for this celebration to occur in honor of Tyr. Then they would preserve this in the histories of the world in honor of Agma. And then in honor of Pelor, they would light candles on that celebration and go on a pilgrimage up the wall. And finally, when the celebrations were over, they would go to the wall and make a sacrifice.
It's just a goddamn sacrifice. Why wouldn't there be?
It's about at this point that you're feeling weary from just all this. Like, I'll go to sleep now. Having a rough day. Is there anything in particular you guys are going to do before you bed down?
We should probably figure out where we're gonna go sleep.
Yeah, that's kind of
You're
important.
sleeping in the nondescript place that is going to be decided soon.
Yeah. I'm guessing, I don't know, I guess we can look for an inn. I would be surprised if there's many places open considering there's so many refugees. But I guess we could check.
Yeah.
So you look around. It's pretty tough. You can't find a single open inn. And so you end up going to City Hall for recommendations, and they said, like, well, we do have some barracks that you can go into.
Sure.
All right.
So, what happens? Anything else before we progress to the next day, seemingly?
No.
Nope.
All right.
I'm gonna fail the heck out of an Arcana skill check.
Nice.
I failed
I see.
leatherwork check, so
You can have
Um,
advantage on that check if you want, Ethan.
I might not fail on an Arcana check. I got the same roll, not 4.
Well, I succeeded on my switching persuasion to intelligence check, so I have one more success left, and then I do the thing.
Okay, before you all take a long rest, or I guess a half rest rather.
Trademark.
Good luck.
Trademark.
Good save.
All are bedding down. You're lulling yourself to sleep. When you hear the sound of yelling as the barracks come to life. You look outside to the door, and a warm glow, you're like, the sun isn't up. You see the city of Greywall is on fire.
God.
That is not the fucking music I wanted.
Yeah, it happened in Solaire. It can happen here.
I was gonna say, the city is on fire, boys.
Hold on, let me get the right music for that. But as you're all panicking, trying to figure out what to do, that is where we're going to end our session.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I want
Well, that's real unfortunate.
Hey guys, if it makes you feel better, I'm perfectly fine.
I mean, I'm kind of fine too, and
Imperious, how are you looking?
Oh, right. Did we actually did we take
No.
that? No. Okay.
no.
Well, I'm below 100% HP.
You know
Like-
that.
I'm at 77 out of 122, so I'm fine.
You're fine. There's more than my max health.
Exactly. I'm more than Silene.
Allier.
Hell yeah. My bad.
Hey, I didn't mess up even once today.
I hope so badly that the next time we level up, Ethan rolls really well and Yutaka rolls really shit, because if that happens, Ethan can end up having more HP than Bolton.
Oh my god.
By the way, do we level up?
The dream.
I do a level
Nope.
up. Oh.
Yep.